John Kavakis here with another edition of My Take, and today we're going to take a look at Goldvarg's 1948 Pontiac Silver Streak four-door sedan. Now, in 1940, Pontiac introduced the torpedo design on its full-size C-body cars. Not the largest cars, but they were a step below. So it was a daring design. Gone were a lot of the accoutrements from the 40s, including the disappearance of the running boards. That was huge. It was a turning point in car design, and it was streamlined. It was longer, it was lower, it was wider. That became the catchphrase for cars for decades. Now, America wasn't quite yet thinking the space race, but streamlined design was so modern, and it was showing up everywhere. It was in locomotives. We saw it in boats. It showed up in the architecture of the 40s and the 50s, and even in the early 60s, and even showed up in furniture design. So in cars, it was leading edge stuff. In 1942, the name was changed just before the war to the Streamliner. And very limited production. We all know the story about that. As a matter of fact, some of the final Pontiacs that ran off the assembly line there were blacked out features because that was the norm for the day. So when production resumed in 1946, it was only offered in the two-door version for a while, but it came to a market that was euphoric. I mean, money flowing all over the place. People were coming home. The war was won, and everybody was playing catch up. In 1948, the designs hadn't changed a whole lot. It had been refined some, but production had finally ramped up. Everybody's firing on all 8 cylinders. Sales were just going nuts everywhere, and there was unprecedented demand for brand new cars. And so for 48, Pontiac had upgraded trim. The cars looked a little bit nicer. White walls are showing up more frequently. And for the first time, they offered an automatic transmission. Now, this was a huge thing because up until this point, automatics were only available, the very early ones, on Buicks and Cadillacs first. So to have one down at Pontiac level, that was a big thing. It was bragging rights. And so they were offering something that was very much in demand. They were offering a full-size car with premium features at a very, very fair price. Everybody could afford to get in one. So this is the model that Goldvarg has chosen to make a model for us. Now, so it's just released. They're available at Goldvarg, but there are a couple of dealers who picked it up as well if you want to check with your dealer on it. But it comes in two-tone versions. We have the Oyster Gray and Belgian Gray, and then we have the Genesee Green and Volunteer Green, and that version, the green version, has a visor on it. Whether or not you like the visor is going to be a matter of personal taste. I love them. They look so late 40s to me. It's just emblematic of what was going on back then. But let's get these models on the turntable and take a look at them. I think you're going to be really pleased. These are some of the best Goldvargs that I have ever seen, and I want to give you a close look at them. So let's get them on the turntable. Now, I mentioned this earlier, I'm going to mention it again. These are some of the best looking Goldvargs I've ever seen. They just sparkle. Goldvargs have always been top line, state of the art, but the detail on these, the finish, everything just seems to be a little bit elevated. You know, it's been a while since Sergio's released anything, but we've all been waiting on tariffs and all sorts of things going on. So these are the first few new issues we've seen in a few months or so, and I think they're just fantastic. Look at the fidelity on them. It's just amazing. They're accurate 1/43rd scale, and again, the details on this just make them pop. Take a look at the dash and steering wheel. The steering wheel is just a beautiful little work of art. And the jewelry on the door handles and everything. You know, the roof line's kind of low. It's hard to see in the interior, but for me, interior can make or break a model. This one's beautiful. Lensing, chrome, beautiful. The chrome is deep, it's lustrous. I love what they did with the little running lights in the front, fog lights, whatever those were back then. But look at the badging. Very delicate, very well picked out. The streamlined bands across the hood and through the trunk, very well replicated. All of these add to the realistic look of the car. I love that they have the red rings around the wheels, the painted center caps. I love those white walls. Now, I want you to look at the trim on this because it's very delicate. is very much to scale. The frames around the windows, the badging on the sides, not a decal, that's actual badging. They did a great job on the hood ornament, a little trim at the leading edge of the rear fenders. They've even managed to make the skirts look like they've actually been installed on the car rather than just kind of painted over. Just beautiful job on all the little details, once again, that add to the realism of the car. Here's a look at the two-tone green with the visor on it. I know the visor, some people don't care for them, some people really like them, but they were frequently seen on cars back then. So this is a realistic depiction of what the car might have been optioned with. And personally, I like it. It has that real 40s feel. But I want you to look at the stance of the car, the overall proportions of the model. It's just beautifully rendered. It's the same around the back of the car. The stance, the fidelity's just beautifully rendered. Great lensing on the tail lights. A lot of detail around the trunk handle. Take a look at that. That's something you don't want to miss. This is just extreme dedication to detail, and it makes this model an incredible value at the price that Sergio is charging for it. There they are, Goldvarg's 1948 Pontiac Silver Streak 4-door. I hope you like the model as much as I did. Again, retail on it is about $114. There'll be a little bit difference here and there. We're still trying to figure out how the tariffs play, whether or not they're going to have an impact on retail prices. We have not seen that yet. But if the tariffs continue, I will almost guarantee you there's going to be price increases coming because the dealers can only absorb so much of this. So Goldvarg's done a fantastic job of holding the prices. I think we need to give him a hearty thank you for keeping the prices down because everybody's creeping up $5 and $10 at a time. And at $114, this is an incredible value. Check with your favorite dealers. Some of them are a few dollars cheaper. Some are a few dollars more. You're going to check on shipping and that sort of thing because all those prices do not include shipping. So I hope you liked the model. I hope you liked the video. If you did, do me a favor, give me a like down there in the right-hand corner. Love to have you a subscriber. We got a lot coming on. I'd like to hear your comments on the market. And let me know what you think of these new Goldvargs. Let me know what you think about the tariffs and the pricing, where the resin market is going. You can do that right below the video. If you're watching on a different pattern, different platform, then you can just click on the YouTube icon in the lower right. That'll take you to the YouTube version where you can put your comments in there. I'd love to have some dialogue with you and see what you think about the channel, what you think about the market. Thanks for your time. I'll be back again real soon with more content.